And now it's time for Windy City Sports Talk. And your host, Ryan Young. Hello, Chicago! Welcome to this live Thursday, September the 15th edition of Windy City Sports Talk. I am Ryan Young, once again joined. He found his way back. He is none other than the big galoot, Papa Sean. He's not Willie Stargell, but he's Willie. How we doing today, sir?
Good. Good to be back again. I was surprised I had some personal business to take care of today. Got her done early.
And you fixed our microwave in the process. It was like 4th of July in there.
I'll tell you what. It's amazing what one little piece of cardboard will do.
Shout out to, what was their name that helped you?
Shout out to Beth. Beth
at Pam
Appliances gives me a little piece of cardboard cut the way I wanted it cut, put it in the slot. We have no more arcs. Everything is cool. Instead of buying a brand new microwave, I didn't spend a dime.
Well, glad that we have 4th of July over with. So
you got that.
So now let's shift gears to what took place yesterday. We were on the air when the Cubs. We were on the air when the Cubs won their game yesterday, 7-0. There's nothing to really recap there. Anthony Rizzo with 2 home runs left the yard. The Cubs' magic number is now down to 1. They hold their own destiny in the palm of their paws. Your thoughts, one last thought, because we're not going to really get into the Cub game like yesterday. Your thoughts on how they played to close out and win the series in St. Louis.
My thoughts on yesterday is what I've been thinking for the last few weeks now. There's blood in Jon Lester's eyes. I have never seen a man so intent on getting the job done now. It's a different guy to me. I don't know if it's Kyle Hendricks making him go harder, but I've never seen Jon Lester pitch like this since we've got him. I'm so thoroughly confident when he goes to the mound now that you got a 1-2 and you got an Arrieta, and I won't say your guy.
Well, so right now a lot of people saying Max Scherzer is still in the lead for the Cy Young Award. And it's a lot of people also saying that Kyle Hendricks won't get it because he's not a household name. Mm-hmm. So we'll go with that. So if you had to rank, so just say we're going to leave Scherzer out of the Cubs. Rank 1 to 3. Your thoughts on who is most deserving as of right now as Cy Young for them 3 starters for the Cubs?
Kyle Hendricks.
Okay, that's 1. So he said that's your number 1?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. You go from what he was in a couple previous years to what he is now. It's almost untouchable. It's
okay, then
scary.
Who do you have as number 2 then?
I'd have to give a lot of thought to Jon Lester right now. I the way I'm ranting about it, I don't know what his record is, but he seems to be untouchable.
Lester, I don't have his... and then you have Arrieta as 3?
Yep, on this team
Who did you think, like, going into this season, you had to think Arrieta would be your number 1, but it always seems like there's someone in the back end of that rotation that shines, because Arrieta going into the last year wasn't number 1, he was number 4. No. And then maybe next year's the year where Jason Hamill might get a win.
Let's leave off Jason Hamill.
I think he pitches this weekend. Or he'll pitch, oh no.
The day you go.
No, I think I get Lester on Sunday.
Well, if you want to call him the wink link, you call him what you want.
You know what? I think I do get Hamill.
Good. Enjoy the day.
Because, of course, folks, for you people, I didn't even update you guys on this. I was talking on Tuesday's show that there's a possibility that I might be going to tonight's game. I am not. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm going on Monday. There's still a chance, you never know, that if the Cubs lose the next 3 or get swept by the Brewers and lose and the Cardinals sweep the Giants, there's still a possibility. But odds are I'm just going to get the division shirt, which I'm excited about. I got to add more to my collection. My Cubs shirt collection's big, but it's getting even bigger with these playoff runs.
That's fine. I mean, going to keep spending them. I'll only want to spend on the one that really counts, and that's at the end.
Okay. And Jon Lester, I'm trying to get you his record, but it's not coming up. Yesterday, once again, them San Francisco Giants lose to the San Diego Padres. The Cardinals lost and the Mets lost. So apparently no one wants to run away with this wild card. The National League wild card still a half-game lead for San Francisco. And then you have the Mets down, and then you have the Cardinals a half game out. So the Cardinals the Cardinals are in San Francisco, so that them standings are changing tonight.
Oh, for sure.
And then the Mets are off. So if they're a game out, I believe the Mets would be it'd be a three-way. The Mets would fall out if the Cardinals win tonight. And again, if the Cubs, and we'll get into the preview in a little bit later, if the Cubs lose tonight, they could still clinch the division tonight at about midnight. The Cubs aren't obviously going to wait around and wait 3 hours to watch the game because they got a 120 tomorrow.
Right.
So they'd probably celebrate after tomorrow's game, but then like they did last year, they celebrated after a loss. I would make a team pact. If they clinch tonight without even playing or losing, I would not want to champagne and celebrate till we get a W. Because what's the fun of clinching on a loss, you know?
No, that's not what it's all about. And this year is different from last year. Now you take what happens, and then when they do, when not if, but when they clinch the division title, it's not going to be the whole World Series.
Yeah, but for them, it will be. It's their kids. They want to have fun. It's been a fun year for this team. They want a chance to celebrate, relax before the grind starts going. I believe 3 weeks from
right
tomorrow.
About that, but they seem like a more business-like attitude. Take care of business and get ready for who's ever next.
Your answer to your question: Lester is 17-4.
Not bad. Is he really?
Yes. So that is exciting stuff. So we did go into some Cub talk there. The Sox last night were home at the Cell, and they were welcoming in the Cleveland Indians. Or the Sox have won the first two, but last night Tomlin did the dirty. He wins it. He goes to 12-8. Rodon gets a loss at 7-9. Eaton did get an RBI triple early to give the Sox their 1-0 lead, but they didn't look back. Jose Ramirez got an RBI triple, maybe even 2. But the nail in the proverbial coffin last night was a Coco Crisp 3-run homer, who, of course, he got traded from Oakland. Do you think a veteran like that, who's been an Indian before, a guy like Coco Crisp, can really help this team going into the postseason?
He's on, what team is he
He's on Cleveland.
Oh, he's on Cleveland. Coco Crisp? I had better days long time ago. As a matter of fact, I had a bowl of Coco Krispies this morning. That's about the last time.
We don't even have Coco Krispies.
Don't turn around because there's a box hidden in the back.
Oh.
It was good. He's not as good as he used to be, but who knows? You know, veteran players, this time of the year, you can always use the help.
Yes, you can. And so you got that, and so you have so they still have a 6-game lead. Kansas City, your defending World Series champions, are 5 out of the wild card, 10 out of the division. They're not gonna. You're gonna have a new world champion this year.
Doesn't look good.
But my prediction was Cubs, Mets, NLCS. That can't happen either. They can only meet probably in the division round, and then you have the World Series. I wanted Cubs, Royals to dethrone the champs. It's not happening this year either.
Looks to me like the state of Missouri is going to go fishing shortly.
Well, they got them St. Louis Blues that eliminated the Hawks from the playoffs. Besides that, they did have the Rams, but they. And by the way, congratulations, Jeff Fisher gets blown out 28-0. It's a 3-year contract extension today.
Jeff Fisher got it?
Yeah.
After being pounced on?
After getting whomped, he gets a contract extension today.
What's that all about? Sometimes I guess it pays to lose.
Yeah. I'm trying to, because there's another story I want to tell you guys. And you can hear me typing. But again, Sox, they can't play spoiler last night as they tried to do, they tried to get it done, but unfortunately they could not last night. And, I mean, this weekend, they have a chance to really do it. They have a 4-game series starting tomorrow night with the Kansas City Royals, which could,
knock them out?
Yes. So we'll see if that'll be the case. One thing I wanted to talk about, which I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to, because this thing's acting up with it on. But anyway, so you got the White Sox. They lose last night again. Coco Crisp, that's a big veteran there, but you also got great talented guys like what's your guy Jose Ramirez,
I like Jose Ramirez.
He's very talented, but you also have guys like Jason Kipnis. And I think Coco Chris could be a very fierce guy for that order. And again, Cleveland, who's just coming off an NBA championship, to be able to get bounced right back and get into the playoffs now for baseball. I think they have a pretty good chance there, don't you think?
Yeah, I do. All of a sudden, I have to change my tune a little bit.
No, that's us first.
Well, I don't know. The other day, I'm looking for guys in the American League who are going to make it, and I'm starting to feel right now maybe it's Baltimore's year. A lot of hitting, and some good pitching, and they're right there.
They currently they are one game out from Boston in the American League Central coming into play.
Starting to do the fold. Boston,
and now this is what's interesting. The Yankees are 4 games out of the East. They have a 4-game series starting tonight at Fenway. Baltimore, I'm not sure if they play tonight, but that's still a very interesting team. Mm-hmm. Baltimore never scares me, though.
Yeah, but this time it's a little different. The last couple of years they fell short, but I think they fall short one more time. Their manager finds himself out of a job.
They're never going to fire what's-his-nuts.
What? Call him what you want.
Buck Showalter?
Yeah, because you can't fail 3 times in a row. It's like the 3-strike rule. You're
out?
There you go.
He gone! So that is that. Sox lose last night of a final of 6-1. They are in action currently right now, and we're going to give you an update on that in just a minute. But before we do, it's time for the Windy City Sports Minute. You're on Windy City Sports Talk. This is your Windy City Sports Minute for Thursday, September the 15th. The Cubs take the series finale yesterday afternoon in St. Louis of a final of 7-0 as their magic number now down to 1. They can clinch it with a win tonight as they will host the Milwaukee Brewers on the north side. It will be Jimmy Nelson 7-14 against Mike Montgomery at 4-5. That game will be at 7 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet. Sox lose Game 3 of that series to the Cleveland Indians last night of a final of 6-1. They are currently in action right now in the finale of that series. We'll have an update of that following the Chicago Sports Minute, or the Windy City Sports Minute, which ends right now. This has been your Windy City Sports Minute. Welcome back here to Windy City Sports Talk. As you heard me once again call it the Chicago Sports Minute as always. I'm almost 2 weeks through this show and I still can't get the goddamn name right, Papa Sean.
You'll get there.
We'll try. Okay, let's talk now a little bit about what's going on the south side of Chicago right now. Game 4 between the Sox and the Indians. It'll be wrapping up. And then, of course, the Sox heading off to Kansas City for the weekend. We'll see how that goes.
That could be tough for them.
Nick's chiming in. He's listening live. Thank you, Nick. He commented on Facebook, dude, I still hate LeBron, no exceptions, but my World Series would be Cubs-Red Sox. That would be amazing. And Bob Costas just recently interviewed Rizzo and Bryant, and Rizzo obviously was part of Boston, drafted by San Diego, but he said that he wouldn't, that would be what a historic franchise. And, of course, it is Poppy's last year, which would give me a little worry that team's going to do all that they can to win it. When you look at Boston, who's their top starter? They have David Price, who I think has pitched abysmal this season. Mm-hmm. And then who else you got? Drew Pomeranz, you've bitched about all day.
I have him on my fantasy team, and let me tell you.
And it's been a fantasy, let me tell you.
It's been
more of a nightmare.
It's been a travesty in a fantasy. Guy sucks.
And enough about Jason Hamill. But again, congratulations to...
you got him at Cost Cutters today, getting a haircut for $5, the way you were talking yesterday.
He needs something. Okay,
He'll
folks,
be fine.
We'll get more into the Indian. We'll get more into that in a second. Before we do, the upcoming Hall of Fame class, possibly. The people that are first eligible nominees for the Pro Football Hall of Fame came out today. I'm going to give you a name. Tell me, first, we'll go with the local. Olin Kreutz is eligible.
I think, I'm a homer, but solid, stable, first class.
He does great. You know, he does great on. He fills in on the score and calls in. He does great at analyzing too.
Analyzing, but was a great player for many, many years.
Good
chance to make it.
Okay, I'm gonna. You're the Ted guy in the committee. You tell me if these guys are in first
I'll
ballot.
Let you know.
I'm gonna go by the guy that I don't know on this list.
Go ahead.
Bob Sanders, Indianapolis Colt.
Bob Sanders.
You know who that is?
I'm not gonna even take a chance on it.
Okay.
No.
The rest of them I know. Joey Porter.
Guy from Pittsburgh?
Yes.
We'll wait a few years. I'm not ready for that.
Jason Taylor.
No. Miami.
Yep.
Rushman. No.
A guy that I think
Not
might
yet.
deserve it. I'm not sure for LaDainian Tomlinson. He had a great run.
He had a great
Never
run.
Super Bowl.
Worthy of Hall of Fame. Not in stone. No, I can't.
Chad Johnson. Or Ocho Cinco, whatever he is this time around.
Another one.
He
How
didn't
many
really,
rings? How many rings did Alien
the
have?
first thing
for him?
I think of when I think of Chad Johnson, the first thing you think of is not football and more of how weird a nutcase he was, then he
Right.
probably doesn't deserve to be in.
Well, him and Terrell Owens are in the same.
Brian Dawkins.
Ryan Dawkins, a very
Philadelphia Eagle.
good defensive player. It's hard for me to put these guys in the hall. Why is it the only one I could already put you in solidly with is Olin Kreutz?
Because you're a homer.
No, I don't think the other guys.
Okay,
will
here's
get
another
in.
one. Chicago native, Donovan McNabb.
No.
And then finally, Hines Ward.
Yes.
So Hines Ward and Olin Kreutz is your draft class.
Those two should get into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, you heard it You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. So that is the draft class. Of course, we'll have more on that. I believe. When did they announce that stuff for the Super Bowl? I believe. So
I'm not sure, but
they'll be. Of course, this year's Super Bowl going to be February the 6th, maybe 5th,
Those are my picks.
as it'll be in Houston, Texas. What a boring place to have the Super Bowl. So okay, now let's go and let's shift gears now to the Sox, who are currently in action right now. It's a 1-1 score. Indians got an early run, I believe, by your Jose Ramirez, got an RBI hit, but then Jose Abreu hits a solo home run, makes it 1-1. Sox trying to get out of town with a win, try to win 3 out of 4 against a first-place team. Does that pump you up for what's going to be a long road trip for the Sox? Their final road trip.
As far as being a spoiler,
I guess so. They're going to be in Kansas City for 4 starting tomorrow. They have a makeup game Monday. You got to think that they're going to have. There's got to be something there, don't you think?
no, I really don't believe so. And you know what? When they get up to Kansas City, they're playing a team that's got a shot. So you're going to go from there. And in Kansas City, you said how many are they out? They might not even make it. You said.
They are Kansas City's 10 games out of the division, and I want to say 5 out of the wild card. They got a lot of teams to get past.
Well, then I'll tell you what.
They're only ahead of the White Sox. Say the White Sox sweep that series, they're going to be at the same wavelength.
If you want to call them spoilers or what have it, Kansas City's not at the same echelon they were at last year. So the Sox will probably fare well.
The Sox are going to?
Yeah, in that series against Kansas City, oh yeah.
So you think this? But do you think the defending World Series champions have any chance?
The way it's looking right now, and the stat you gave me, boy, they better come up with a good 10-game winning streak. Otherwise, I don't see it. It's hard to make up games this time of the year.
It is.
Hard.
I had
what
my,
are you looking
my
for?
phone. I lost my phone. How can I lose my phone? I haven't And I had something
I don't
on there.
know.
Where the hell did it go?
I lost my beer and found it. You give a phone.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, because I had something I wanted to tell you guys. And it just...
People aren't enjoying you running around a room looking for
No,
your
but
phone.
anyway, it was what I wanted to talk about. So, okay, the Sox, right now it's currently 1-1. Chris Beck is now in there. And that game's
Any
on
relation
Comcast
to
Sports.
Rod Beck?
Could be his son. He's dead, you know.
Yes, I know he's dead.
Good closer. See, when I fell in love with that 98 team. Let's take a look here. Nick Alexson commented again. keep in mind Hall of Fame, it's Hall of Fame, not Hall of Accomplishments. I still believe Pete Rose and Barry Bonds and the rest should have a spot. Sosa, McGwire, etc. The steroid era is baseball famous, made baseball famous in the late 90s. Exactly what you're talking about. That's what made me, before you knew it was steroids, definitely made me fall in love with sports. So, something that you definitely...
There's your phone under the keyboard. That's not a nice spot to be.
Oh, geez, what a day. So yeah, I definitely agree with you, Nick. I don't think they shouldn't get in the Hall of Fame as Hall of Famers, but maybe you got to tell that history to people. Like this year, they're finally starting to talk about 9/11, and they're starting to talk about 9/11 in school. So why not finally have it where you're talking about the steroid era for young kids? They're old enough now. I was 7 years old when that happened. So why not have that as a wing, acknowledge it, have a part of it in the Hall of Fame, but they're not probably going to be Hall of Famers. Maybe Barry Bonds, McGwire, I don't think so. Sammy, I don't know, fell off the face of the earth, I think. He's running for the president of the Dominican. Would you vote for him?
For Sammy? I don't know. I just want to go back to Nick Alexson's comments and what he said about it's all.
You're
about,
a big Pete Rose guy.
How did you know where I was going?
Because you always blab about him.
Because the accomplishments were important. What he did, and beside the point, you try to rack up 4,000 hits in a lifetime.
Well, I'm not in that field.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. You won't see it very often. If they want to compare Ichiro to Pete Rose, you can forget that.
So, of course, the Hall of Fame is definitely, when it comes to that, a touchy subject. But we'll see what happens there, obviously. Best of luck to everyone. And like I said, I think they do it in Super Bowl week is when they announce the winners.
Have you got your grape juice on ice?
Yes, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But before we do, I'm excited to announce, not about me, but they have if you guys are making it out to the final homestand at Wrigley this week, I've been talking about this all day.
What do they call it?
They're having a
sandwich.
It's a brat. It's the Try Not to Suck brat, which it comes off wrong if you're thinking about if you have a dirty mind like myself. Nick, tell me if you'd eat this. It's the Try Not to Suck brat. Obviously, the saying that's on all the shirts and Joe Madden and all that stuff. This is what's on it. You ready?
I am.
It is a brat stuffed with cheddar cheese, variety topped with Goose Island beer mustard, crispy fried onions.
Can we get down there tonight?
And smoked Gouda cheese.
Oh my god!
I think I'm going down Monday. Nick's typing right now, so I'm going to be getting a comment in just a second.
Will you bring me one back?
I am not bringing you one because I'm not coming home the Monday night. I'm staying at Mayor's. I'm not walking around with the Try Not to Suck brat.
I want to just try it.
I'll let you know if it's good. I'm definitely going to try to find that brat. I want to try that.
The first part of the thing works. Try not to suck brat. I want to try one.
Well, I'm going to try one. I'm going to do an audio of it, and I will have it on this show possibly on Tuesday. And I will give you my official. You won't be here. You'll be back on the old job. But Tuesday's show, I will have a listen from Wrigley from the Try Not to Suck brat, which sounds absolutely amazing.
I'm starving.
I'm a big cheese guy.
Okay, yeah, I gather that.
I'm from Wisconsin. Oh, by the way, they're opening up another wing of Mars Cheese Castle.
Really?
They're adding more. I've been there once. Me and Mare went with my ex-girlfriend and Brandon. Me and Mare were like two kids in a candy store. Mare, who you people might not know, you'll definitely. I'm gonna try to get her. You'll hear her throughout the playoffs. I'm gonna get her opinion on stuff and these cubbies. Okay, Nick just commented, I love brats more than anything. Sounds freaking incredible, but my DDP yoga will not allow it. It's all vegetable juice, organic the next 13 weeks. Good luck with that, man. Dieting is very hard. I don't diet personally. I cut off soda, best thing I've ever done. I drink a lot of water, and now I'm trying to cut off lemonade, which was big, except for my Welch's grape juice. I still drink orange juice, but I exercise a lot. I run 5. I'm going up 5 minutes a week. 5 days a week for running, but I'm now I'll be up to 15 starting next week. So,
good for you.
I don't diet, but I exercise off the stuff, and I usually get down. So I wish you the best of luck. DDP Yoga saved Scott Hall, saved Jake Roberts. If you ever get a chance to watch that documentary on Netflix, tremendous. Even though Scott Hall kind of fell off the wagon at an airport this week. But that's my guy. You know I've always pulled for him, and
Oh, yeah.
I love Scott Hall. My dream is to meet him.
You always like to see a guy make a comeback.
DDP yoga is a diet mixed with workout. You have to keep a journal. That's good to hear. I mean, I know that stuff's hard. I know also Coach T's trying out that as well, DDP yoga, and Nick said he saw the documentary. It's great. I definitely recommend it to anyone that wants to feel good and you're battling something. Just like earlier today, Amy Wallbach, the soccer player, she just got a DUI last week or a couple months ago. She's a soccer player, played for Team USA. She got a DUI. Then finally, and Dan Patrick interviewed her, and she was able to. She had to talk about coming out to her, man, because she's lesbian, she's married, and all that. But she talking about the strength of addiction and all that stuff. That's also an interview if you want to get a chance to go on the Dan Patrick show. Just a tremendous story there of how she was able to overcome it, and she's been sober ever since. It was with alcohol, and I think she was also addicted to painkillers.
Good for her.
And that's definitely stuff that it's very hard to come off of. Some people, unfortunately, don't get off of stuff like that, and it ends up costing them their life. So,
All right, if you can get off it, kudos to you. It probably changes your life, and you probably,
we have 3 minutes here, Dad. We got on a tangent, thanks. And Nick just commented one more time here. I am on my 4th work, and I'm already feeling a difference. But honestly, I think it's something everyone should try. I just want to get and stay fit. Good, best of luck to you, Nick. Keep me posted on how you're doing. Finally here, the Cubs tonight against the Brewers. My Welch's grape juice sparkling in the champagne bottle. It's on the tap. I'm ready to drink it about 10 o'clock tonight. I got to tape tomorrow's show tonight, so I might be drinking it right here on Windy City Sports Talk for tomorrow's show. If not, I might have to wait till midnight to pop the thing open, because if the Cardinals lose to the Giants, I don't know the pitching matchup there. But your lineup tonight, we only have 2.5 minutes because Ryan tends to go on a tangent.
Go.
Your lineup tonight for your Chicago Cubs. Leading off and playing center field, Dexter Fowler. Batting second, third baseman, and your future MVP, Chris Bryant. Batting third, playing first base, your runner-up for MVP, Anthony Rizzo. Batting fourth, second baseman, Ben Zobrist. Batting fifth, shortstop, Addison Russell. That's solid. That's a solid 5 right there. Batting sixth, left fielder, Jorge Soler. Gets worse from there.
I don't like the Soler deal.
Me either. He's trying to hit a ball to the moon. And batting seventh, right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Well, he's trying to pick it up. I don't know what to say.
A lot of money. Hang on. It's getting worse.
Go ahead.
Batting eighth, catcher, Miguel Montero. And batting ninth, pitcher, Mike Montgomery.
Let's not go in the doldrums, for Christ's sake. It's night we clinched the...
I hope so. Nelson, 7-14 with a 4.42. Mike Montgomery, 4-5 with a 2.74. Is tonight the night, Papa Sean?
1 second, you got the grape juice popping. Well, first of all, we
got a minute left.
There's not a lot of fizz behind that grape juice cork. But anyways, I'll share it with you. We'll enjoy it together. I'm cooking out on the grill.
Come on over, folks. You're invited.
I don't have that much.
Okay, folks, real quick before we have a minute remaining. Adam Wainwright versus Johnny Cueto tonight. That's going to be a good one. I think Cardinals win, so hopefully the Cubs
get
a victory.
Cueto wins.
Okay, folks, preview for tomorrow. Papa Sean will not be on. You might hear him snoozing from the back because I'm taping this at 10 o'clock tonight when Papa might be papooing.
Well, it could be.
We're going to preview Cubs-Brewers weekend and Sox-Royals weekend. Everyone have a great day. Nick, thanks for chiming in on everything. You're great. I love when you chime in. I missed you all week. Best of luck with your DDP yoga, everyone.
Good luck, Nick.
Sox are still in action, everyone. But enjoy. Tonight could be the night. The first champagne pop in the new clubhouse. Woo! Is it going to happen, everyone? I don't know.
Let's dirty that up, man. Let's make that.
But we want to make sure there's like 2 or 3 in there, maybe 4.
Oh yeah. Well, it's the first.
We'll see what happens, everyone. Have a great day, Willie. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, Chicago.